Hola, buenos dias. I'm Cecily Callahan. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm your coordinator of community life. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Fresno. Welcome to everyone on our online campus and to those joining us later on YouTube or Facebook. We are one congregation in many places. People of every race and culture of origin are welcome in this church community. We are welcome no matter our primary or secondary language. All ages, spiritual backgrounds, or religious beliefs are welcome. Those of us who are lesbian, gay, bi, transgender, non-binary, queer, or intersex are welcome. So is our neurodiversity. We can be part of this community no matter our level of formal education or how much money we have. Our disabilities are welcome here. We can be part of this community whether we have documentation or not. Todos son bienvenidos aquí. We acknowledge our Alluvial Avenue church campus sits within the traditional homelands of the Yokuts people. If you are on our online church campus and want Reverend Tim to include your joy, sorrow, concern, or gratitude in today's service, just text it to us, 559-239-6543. As coordinator of community life, one of my roles is assisting folks who may be interested in becoming a member of the church. We don't evangelize or hustle you for membership, but if the time ever feels right for you, I'm here to guide you through that simple process. And to our folks who participate from our online campus, did you know that you can become an online member of the church? We have members in Pennsylvania, Tennessee, the Bay Area, Arroyo Grande, outside of Sacramento, in the Pacific Northwest, and other places. So just email me at msc@uufresno.org if you're interested in becoming an online member of UU Fresno. In a moment, we will have an opportunity to greet one another, either in our alluvial sanctuary or online sanctuary, or in the sanctuary of your own heart. Please know that some of us might prefer our personal space this morning and won't share in this time of greeting. If we feel moved to do so, let's say buenos dias to each other.
Buenos dias. Oh, let's try that again. And you have to be a little more awake than that. Buenos dias. Mi nombre es Timoteo. My name is Tim. My pronouns are he, him. And I serve gratefully as minister here at the Unitarian Universalist Church of Fresno. It is wonderful to see so many of you here today, and I love all the folks over at our tables, because I know you're having lots of fun drawing and coloring. Let's allow the sound of the tingsha to take us to that quiet place within as we get to enjoy the fantastic piano of Umberto.
Good morning, buenos días. Me llamo Lori, ella, y soy un miembro de esta iglesia y equipo de artes de adoración. My name is Lori, she, her, and I'm a member of this church and also a member of the worship arts team.
Buenos días. My name is Rachel. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm a member of this church and the director of Lifelong Learning. For those on our online campus, this is the time to grab a candle or chalice and have it ready, as we'll be lighting it soon.
Today, we come together as a community to learn, to expand our experience, to be moved, to be challenged, and likely to be comforted. Let's begin right now by this responsive reading reflecting our theme of change and evolution. We are all experiencing change as the natural flow of life. Our bodies growing, our bodies aging, moving up a grade in school, expanding one's thinking through experiences, a friend moving, seasons rotating. And then there are those seeming unnatural changes, the climate, the political chaos, and so on and so forth. So Rachel and I will share phrases about change, and when we gesture like this, we'll repeat the last phrase together. So let's practice. If I say, change is cool, you say, change is cool. Got it. We've been doing this more. You're well trained.
Circling the sun, our seasons engage us in a dance of varied rhythms and sounds. Earth Mother circling in circles, our light and days coming and going, our bodies building, multiplying cells, stretching out until they begin their journey back to the beginning. Change is inevitable. Can we say that together?
Change is inevitable. Unexpected turns and swirls, branches blocking the road, time for a choice. A loss deeply wounding until a touch whispers, I'm here. A gray cloud of disappointment followed by the inkling of possibility. Change grows us. Change grows us.
New beginnings, a new job, a new city, a new idea. Welcome surprises, a new friend, an accomplished goal, a call to a passionate action. Evolution, thoughts altering experiences, feeling reflected more clearly, the body strengthening and wisdom abounding. Change is a blessing.
Change is blessing. With these thoughts, we invite you to light your chalice at home. And Kim and Tesla, if you could come and light our chalice here. We've got to get Tesla on board here. Now join us by standing in body or spirit to sing our song of praise, We Give Thanks. And whatever Tai Tai sings, we're going to sing after her. I know you know how to do this, so.
Oh, we give thanks for this precious day. We're all gathered here, those far away, for this time we share with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day. Oh, we give thanks for this precious place, for the beauty found through love's embrace, for the joy we find in humankind. Oh, we give thanks for this precious place. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day, for all gathered here and those far away, for this time we share with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day.
I invite us to remain standing as we say together the words of our mission. La misión de la Iglesia Unitaria Universalista de Fresno es amar inclusivamente, crecer espiritualmente, servir con gratitud y trabajar por la justicia. The mission of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Fresno is to love inclusively, grow spiritually, serve gratefully, and work for justice. Please be seated. So, August 2025. Could we just say that together? August 2025 will go down in history for one magnificent event, K-pop Demon Hunters. Some of you are looking at me blankly. You need to find a tween in your life. They will explain it to you, and they will sing every song over and over and over. Last week, K-pop Demon Hunters was released into the big screen, and theaters around the world resounded with the sounds of very happy children singing. I want to turn the clock back from August 2025 and the cataclysmic event of K-pop Demon Hunters to an equally important moment. We're going to turn that clock back. It's going to still be August, but it is the year 2007. 2007. Don't go to the next slide yet, Ian. Can anybody tell me why August 2007 is important? Oh, I see Linda. Can you stand and announce in a big, loud voice?
What if I'm wrong?
Oh, we'll still love you anyways.
This church opened.
Yes, this church campus opened. If we could have that picture, Ian. So 18 years ago this month, this church opened its doors for the first time, having moved from our campus on Millbrook Avenue. Now, as you arrived today, you might have noticed how big and lush the trees are in the front entryway. Ian, could you show us what those trees look like in 2007? They were rather straggly, but people believed they were going to grow just as this congregation was going to grow. So, 2007, before the first service, there was a pilgrimage from our location on Millbrook Ave to our new home on Alluvial Ave, led by the beloved minister Brian Jessup. Can we see a picture? So this is the congregation beginning to walk from Millbrook Ave, that long spiritual journey to Alluvial Ave. Some, as you'll see in the next picture, rode bikes, and we even have a close-up of those bikes. And they continued walking and riding. Say hi to Ken and Betty as they walk by Bob Belcher Neighborhood Park. Then they gathered on our campus, and we have us gathering and gathering and gathering and gathering, and then the procession into the sanctuary, this very sanctuary, and the procession continued. Look at how happy Jody and Gib are in that picture 18 years ago, and then the festivities continued. So I have a simple question. if you were part of the congregation, part of the dream of this Alluvial Avenue campus in 2007, 18 years ago, could you please stand as you are able, or raise your hand so those of us who came later can say thank you. And thank you. And something that you never dreamed of was going to come from this Alluvial Avenue campus, and that was the creation 5 years ago of our online campus. Never even part of the dream, and yet now we have our online campus as well as our Alluvial Avenue campus. It is always dangerous to thank one person, because when we do, we sometimes feel like we may be leaving out other people. But today, I want to give a special thank you to one member of the congregation who was the construction and project manager for the construction of this entire campus. George Berman, could you please rise? Thank you, George. So for all of us who are here today, here's to the next 18 years of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Fresno. And with that energy and spirit, let's sing our kids off to their spirit explorations. Veronica and Eva and the whole crew are at the doors, and you can head down the side and center aisles as we sing you off.
We hold you in our love as you go, as you go. May your heart be at peace as you go, to nurture the spark of your precious life. We hold you in our love as you go.
I invite us to just take a nice deep breath in together. And we release that breath. Again, breathing in together, we imagine we're breathing in peace. And we breathe out love. One more time together, breathing in peace into every cell of our body. And we breathe out love into this world. As we continue breathing together in this sanctuary on Alluvial Avenue that opened 18 years ago, on our online campus that opened 5 years and a few months ago, we continue to breathe together. Imagine that breath can carry us back over the last 7 days, the gift of a week that we were given to unwrap, to discover, and to live within. A question: in the past week, was there a moment when you were unskillful with your words, action, or inaction? And in the last week, where did you experience beauty? Each week we experience together the beautiful and the broken, the hard as well as the joyful. We create space for whatever we're holding in our hearts and minds. Some of us stopped at the small table at the entranceway to the church and wrote what was alive in their hearts on a small card. Others of us texted those in from our online campus. And this is a bit of what is alive among us. Linda Knight is feeling joyful. I spoke with Howard Watkins yesterday, a longtime member who now lives in Southern California. He sends his love to all members of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Fresno, and love right back to you, Howard. Lisa's feeling joyful today that Manpreet was approved for his work permit. Yippee. We also have Bernadette planting. Even in the mud and toughness of things, there's always something that sings. Quote by Emerson, adapted slightly. Paula Siegel, this week my friend Laura has sat through the trial of the man who took the life of her daughter, a horrific and re-traumatizing event. A verdict is expected this coming week. So we hold Laura and her family in our thoughts during this difficult time. And we also have someone who asked us to collectively hold in sorrow the news this week of the first school shooting of a new school year in Minneapolis. We also are delighted today that longtime and beloved church member Louise R. is home from the hospital and doing quite well. We also remember those who are unable to be with us today because of health and other challenges. Armin B., who continues being held in the gentle, loving care of hospice. Diana I., Dominic P., Myrna S., Glenda R., Pat M., and Robin C. Looking beyond our church community, as we always do, we remain mindful that not too many miles from here, the Garnet wildfire burns, impacting a large part of eastern Fresno County. Evacuation orders have been issued in some of the areas closest to the fire, and the Sierra National Forest implemented a partial closure. We remember all those who have already been impacted, all those who will soon be impacted, and we hold in our collective thoughts, prayers, those over 1,000 firefighters who are currently battling that wildfire. As we have done every Sunday for far too long, we grieve that hostages continue to be held by Hamas, and we are collectively aghast that the Israeli government is re-attacking Gaza City, forcing displacement of Palestinians who have nowhere else to go that is safe. We call for an immediate and permanent ceasefire. And so today we light our candle of community. We light it for everything that has been shared, for everything we hold in our own hearts, and for all those who on this day have no one to remember them with gentleness, no one to speak their name with love. By our remembering, may we and they be blessed. And as is our tradition, we light a second candle. This is our candle of compassion, resistance, and hope at a time when so much is under attack in this country. We do have a tradition that at the first anniversary of the passing of a member of this church into the mysteries of death, we light a candle of remembrance. And today we remember Renee Poddick. Renee was the founding member of Tower Meditation Sangha. Renee was mother, grandmother, aunt, mentor, neighbor, friend, and Kay's beloved wife, a beautiful couple for over 35 years. Renee was proud of her Jewish heritage and was a practicing Buddhist meditator for more than 30 years. Her goal as a Buddhist teacher was to help alleviate suffering and to help herself and others live with an open heart and a mind at ease. Renee was also known as the possessor of strong opinions and sturdy stubbornness. We celebrate the strength and fullness of Renee's presence, her love of music, her love of people, the brightness of her smile, her social activism, and the zestfulness of her living. This past June, Renee was honored as the Legacy Grand Marshal for Fresno Rainbow Pride Parade and Festival, an honor for all of her contributions to Fresno's LGBTQIA+ community. Kay, we know you are at home on the online campus, and you've asked your friend Lorenzo to light a candle on your behalf of your beloved Renee. In the light of our candles, we add our voices to our call to meditation, comfort me, consuélame.
Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Consuélame, 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 oh mi alma. Consuélame, 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 oh mi alma. Speak to me, speak to me, speak to me, oh my soul. Speak to me, speak to me, speak to me, oh my soul. Háblame,
On this Labor Day weekend, let us channel love and gratitude as we remember and honor the worker. Great mystery. We come together united in love and compassion, grateful to all workers who together bring all the threads of our life tapestry together. We are full of humility today, particularly for those who are experiencing the natural and unnatural changes of life, while also being workers who are treated poorly by employers and colleagues, work long hours for low wages, haven't funds for child care, much less quality care, are at risk of deportation, have no days off, working multiple jobs just to make ends meet, and have no health insurance. With this awareness, we seek ways to advocate for a more just and equitable world where all workers are treated with respect and dignity, with sufficient wages and health insurance to thrive. Amen.
I'm aware that this August we have the special gift of Umberto being with us each and every Sunday. It was generous. Thank you for the gift of your music. And speaking about the gift of music, one of the most beloved melodies in all of hymns and songs sung in houses of worship is one that you will recognize. What's wonderful is that these beautiful notes invite many different words to be written and attached to them. And this allows the song that many of us enjoy singing, Amazing Grace, to be sung from a different perspective, Ye earth-born children of a star. I invite us to rise, embody our spirit, and let us join Tai Tai in singing, Ye Earth-Born Children of a Star. So before I start the sermon, two things. The sermon that I am revisiting today at the request of some of the elders of the church was actually the first sermon I preached when I arrived to be minister here in Fresno, and that was exactly 10 years ago yesterday. I've been asked to revisit this sermon, and usually every 2 years I do, because for some reason it seems to resonate, at least in some people's hearts. But I want to make very clear that within Unitarian Universalism, we embrace a wide range of spiritual and religious beliefs. Here in this congregation, many of us have a beautiful and direct relationship with God or a higher power. Some of us feel connected to a palpable spirit that moves through all things. Perhaps we call it spirit of life, fuente de amor. Others of us lean towards the humanist side, lifting up the human and finding meaning there, not looking for the transcendent or that which is beyond the human, maybe that which is directly and deeply within. Today's sermon is speaking mostly from that humanist perspective. Staring up at the stars on a summer night, my friend Heather suddenly whispered, "It all keeps changing." I knew she wasn't just talking about the night sky, still streaked with the burning tails of the meteor shower. I knew she wasn't just talking about the moon, the circle of radiance in the spread of the universe. She was talking about, well, everything. It all keeps changing. Environmentalist John Muir wrote, "Nature is ever at work, building and pulling down, creating and destroying, keeping everything whirling and flowing, chasing everything out of one beautiful form into another." This movement, this natural flow of evolving life, is for many of us a cause for wonder, a cause for awe. And yet, so many religious people deny it. According to polls, 42% of Americans believe all living things have existed in their present form since the beginning of time, created by God in 6 days as detailed in the Bible. This belief is called creationism, 42% of America. Another 19% of Americans believe that human life evolved over time, but that a supreme being guided this evolutionary process with a clear plan. This belief is called intelligent design. And I know that some of us who identify as Unitarian Universalists lean towards the idea of intelligent design. So no judgment here. But, dear ones, if we combine both groups of people, if we combine both different beliefs, we have 61% of the people in this country not accepting the theory proposed by the great Unitarian scientist Charles Darwin, which says that all living things evolved by chance over time. 61% of Americans don't believe that life is generated, ordered, and reshaped through purely natural means. And some of those people, including far too many elected officials, will take drastic measures to make sure that evolution and science are not taught to our children in school. Yes, you can hiss. Thank you. 2 years ago, NPR's Science Friday program featured a segment on evolution, and it affirmed what noted research professor Edwin O. Wilson wrote previously, quote, "Nothing in science has been more firmly established than the universal occurrence of biological evolution." Let's say that together. Nothing in science has been more firmly established than the universal occurrence of biological evolution. Let's hear it for biological evolution. So, 10 years ago, scientists announced the discovery of a new early human-like species in South Africa. This was discovered right after I arrived here in Fresno. Professor Lee Berger, who led the discovery, told the BBC at the time They could be among the first of our kind and could have lived in Africa up to 3 million years ago. A young woman I overheard a few days after this announcement was made, I overheard her at the checkout line at Save Mart, and she disputed this discovery, saying to her friend, "I'm so tired of these so-called scientists making up lies to undermine our faith. We need to throw science out of the classroom and get religion back in, because science and religion are completely different things." Now, I couldn't agree more that religion isn't the same as science. Science deals with the facts of life. Let me say that again. Science deals with the facts of life. Religion should deal with the meaning those facts awaken within us. Religion should not contradict science. It should give science deeper significance. As the Dalai Lama wrote more than 20 years ago, and let's hear it for the Dalai Lama. He wrote, "If science proves some belief of religion is wrong, then religion will have to change." So I want to tell you about someone who changed. Someone whose understanding of the world and of God evolved over time, who grew out of religious myth into religious truth and the truth of science, truth that eventually led him to become a Unitarian Universalist. His name was Carl Peters. Now, like some of us, he grew up in a traditional conservative Christian church and home. He became a fundamentalist evangelical Christian in college, but something happened to Carl Peters while he was studying to become an evangelical minister. No matter how hard he tried, and he tried so hard, he could not feel God at work in his life. Carl Peters writes, "I could not personally experience God at work in the world. When I asked about this, I was told that we could experience the effects of God, but not God himself. This puzzled me," Carl Peters writes. "All that happens in the world could just as well be due to the workings of nature and human society. Why bring in God as the cause of world events or events in my own life?" asked Carl Peters. The Bible says, "The Lord giveth, and the Lord taketh away." But Carl Peters wondered if the Lord was even involved. Couldn't it just be, he thought, life giveth and taketh away, chance giveth and taketh away, change giveth and taketh away? And so Carl Peters changed the way he thought about God. Now, he didn't throw away the word God. And I really like this about Carl Peters. He kept it, but he redefined it in a way that felt authentic to him. Carl Peters came to think of God as the creative process of the universe, rather than a being who creates and manages the world. For Carl Peters, God does not have a consciousness or a will separate from creation itself. Rather, God is creation itself. The process of life is God. The process unfolding within life is God. That which was begun long ago with the great and popularly known Big Bang is God. For Carl Peters, God is the creative flow of 13.8 billion years of expanding universe. This way of looking within the scientific and finding the sacred is called, among other things, process theology. Could we just say that? Process theology. So the question of the week, does God believe in evolution? No. She doesn't have to. Because according to process theology, God is evolution itself. God is evolution itself. In 1859, that great Unitarian biologist, Charles Darwin, can I hear it for Charles Darwin? 1859, he proposes a two-part theory of evolution, the theory of random variation and the theory of natural selection. Could we say those two? Random variation, natural selection. Darwin proposed, and I quote the great Unitarian, creating consists of two unrelated processes. One is a set of interactions that creates new variations in life, and the other is a set of interactions that selects and preserves some variation over others. Now, for some of us, this sounds confusing, so stick with me. The easiest way, and some of you have heard this before, the easiest way to describe the process of creating, of evolving, is to remember those old television commercials for Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Who remembers Reese's Peanut Butter Cups commercial? If you don't, you've got to just YouTube. You'll find it. It's great. But here I will describe it for you. One person is walking along, smiling broadly, holding a jar of scrumptious peanut butter. Another person is walking along, smiling broadly, holding a scrumptious chocolate bar. They collide, and the peanut butter and the chocolate meet, and shock, they mix, all by chance. That is random variation. Something happens by chance that causes a change in the way things have been developing up till then. Randomly, something new appears. Peanut butter gets stuck on chocolate, and that is pretty darn awesome. A fish is born with stronger than usual fins, allowing it to move up along the rocks in the shallow water, maybe even into the mud and muck out of the shoreline. That's awesome too. This is all random variation. Can we say that? Random variation. The second part of creating is the natural selection part. Every once in a while, one of these changes to the norms is successful in some way, and the variation gets preserved. Because the change somehow enhances or improves the original, it survives and is passed into the future. In our Reese's Peanut Butter Cup example, the people taste the mix of peanut butter and chocolate and decide that that tastes pretty darn good, so a candy company decides to market this variation not as a mistake, but as a new way of savoring life. What starts as an anomaly, a random variation in the makeup of the universe, is sustained because it works. And because it works, it survives and slowly becomes the norm. That, dear ones, is how human life, as we know it, came into being over time. Could we have applause for Charles Darwin? And even more importantly, could we have applause for Reese's Peanut Butter Cups? This scientific theory need not destroy our faith. According to Carl Peters and his process theology, this scientific theory can deepen faith, for it offers three key principles, three key foundations, these can lead us to the truth of the evolutionary religion that I suggest is at the heart of Unitarian Universalism. And let's hear it for Unitarian Universalism. So, those three principles or foundations. First, evolution tells us that diversity and difference is not, as some would claim, an aberration that must be eliminated to maintain the order of things. Let's hear it for diversity and difference. Rather, evolution shows clearly that diversity and difference become the very building blocks of life. Life in this universe, on this planet, and in our shared human life, this all progresses only through changes in the norm, through something stepping out of the common order and creating a new variation. Life cannot sustain itself through replicating the past. I'm going to say that again because I think that there's somebody and some people who should hear this. Life cannot sustain itself through replicating the past or by making things that look the same. Diversity, difference, and newness is what leads to deeper and a more developed life. Any faith that does anything other than celebrate diversity is contrary to the natural law of the universe. Any faith that does anything but celebrate difference is contrary to the natural law of the universe. And today, I didn't say this 10 years ago, but today I'd like to add that any government that attacks diversity and difference is acting contrary to the natural law of the universe. And if it's acting against the natural law of the universe, it is not going to survive in the long run. That government and that president will fall. The second thing that evolution does to religion is affirm our inherent connection. It confirms the interdependent web of all existence. We didn't just appear as separate, instantaneous, and autonomous creatures. We have a profound past history that joins us to all living things. In the religious past, we might have said that we are connected to other human beings because God created us, and all people are God's children. In the religious past, we might have said that we were connected to the planet Earth because God created humankind out of the very dust that we now walk upon, and God gave us that earth to us to tame and use as our possession. But because of evolution, we have a scientific basis for saying all creation is one. Our common bloodline reaches back 13.8 billion years ago to the moment of the Big Bang. Each human being on Earth is linked together in that 13.8 billion year old Big Bang blast. We were there together back then. We are the children of the hydrogen and helium atoms that were first formed, that condensed into galactic clouds, clouds that collapsed and heated and then ignited into stars. We are the children of stars that used up their energy and collapsed only to explode again and reform in new ways. As Carl Peters writes, we are continuous with the energy that was present at the origins of the universe. Imagine that. Continuous with the energy that was present at the origins of the universe. This energy has undergone countless transformations, and finally now it has become life, humanity, and for better or worse, it has become human society. This shared source that lives within us, this spirit of life, this fuente de amor, demands respect and responsibility. And that is the third principle that evolutionary religion provides. We must live and act from this interrelated web of all creation. Because we are truly and scientifically siblings with all other human beings, we must treat them in life-enhancing ways. Thus, economic, social, environmental, and reproductive justice, racial and gender equality, consideration for those who have disabilities, respect and celebration of elders, social programs that feed and house and uplift our marginalized and underserved populations, non-violence, workers' rights, proclaiming that Black lives matter, brown lives matter, immigrant lives matter, refugees' lives matter. All of this should be born from our desire to nurture, preserve, and protect those who are related to us, because everyone is related to us. And what's amazing is this extends beyond human beings, because all living things on this planet, plants, trees, animals, birds, reptiles, rocks, rivers, oceans, mountains, and valleys, they all share our beginning. And so we must act not as Earth's users and abusers, but as gentle stewards, caretakers, and loving siblings to all of creation. It gets even better because planet Earth comes from the same source as our own body. And because our body is part of the larger living body that is planet Earth, we must care for it in life-sustaining ways. Making responsible choices because of climate change is a religious imperative. Walking gently on the earth is evolutionary religion in action. And we human beings have a unique role to play in this point in evolution's unfolding, because evolution is still unfolding. Through us, creation has, for the first time, developed a consciousness that can become aware of this interconnection and this responsibility. We are the first known life that knows how it came to be and that can contemplate its future. We are the universe become conscious of itself. And the ethic that arises from this awareness is love. In the end, evolutionary religion becomes love. In the end, evolutionary religion is love. As Unitarian Universalist Robert Weston writes, this is the wonder of time. This is the marvel of space. Out of the stars swung the earth, and life upon earth rose up to love. My spiritual friends, encoded within each one of us is the brilliance of the stars. You're shining, whether you know it or not. Encoded within us is the mud and muck out of which we first crawled. Encoded within us are the leaves and branches and trees in which we once swung and played and lived and died. Encoded within us is the wonder and mystery and science of evolution alive within us. In these days ahead, difficult and uncertain as we know they may be. May we remember who we are. May we remember where we came from. May we remember to embrace our natural diversity, connection, interdependence, and responsibility. May we remember love. May we remember to love. Our shared future depends upon it. May it be so. Blessed be. Que así sea. Bendito sea. Amen.
We are living neath the great big dipper. We are washed in the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. I am alone and I am searching, hungering for answers in my time. I am balanced at the brink of wisdom. I'm impatient to receive a sign. I move forward with my senses open. Imperfection, it will be my crime. In humility, I will listen. We're all swimming to the other side. We are living neath the great big dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. On this journey through thoughts and feelings, binding intuition, my head, my heart, I am gathering the tools together. I'm preparing to do my part. All of those who have come before me, band together and be my guide. Loving lessons that I will follow. We're all swimming to the other side. We are living neath the great big dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. When we get there, we'll discover all of the gifts we've been given to share have been with us since life's beginning, and we never noticed they were there. We can balance at the brink of wisdom, never recognizing that we've arrived. Loving spirits will live together. We're all swimming to the other side. We are living neath the great big dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side.
Thank you, Sarah. It's such a treat to hear you for the first time, so thank you. That was really beautiful. Oh no, you're saying, here she comes to ask for money. Okay, we'll sit through it. Well, yes, but not quite. Quite honestly, I need this church. I need the sense of belonging, the opportunity to provide my gifts and talents through worship and organizing, the learning and wisdom gained from small groups, the Sunday morning shot in the arm energy and inspiration from all these creative, particularly here, and wise people. The camaraderie to act for justice, a community of thinking, feeling, loving people activated by love. And the only way I can get my needs met is for this church to continue. How does it continue? It takes all of us offering our talents and gifts and resource, which money, if it's possible for you, that's a big help, for this place to be here and all of you to be here with me. So in this spirit, join me in our words of offering in English and Spanish as you're comfortable. There we go. If not us, then who? If not open hearts, then what? If not now, then when? If not here, then where? If not generously, then how? If not us, then who? Si no somos nosotros, entonces ¿quién? Si no corazones abiertos, entonces ¿qué? Si no es ahora, entonces ¿cuándo? Si no es aquí, entonces ¿dónde? Y si no damos generosamente, entonces ¿cómo? Si no somos nosotros, entonces ¿quién? So today we offer opportunity for you to give financial in a variety. I mean, what a big change in the world. We'll be circulating baskets, and you can place cash, diamonds, for you old schoolers, a check in the basket, or you can virtually go through Cash App, as, whoops, you saw there, but now, oh, there we go. Or by scanning that QR code, my favorite activity. So you can see the specifics here. For those of you, if it's your first or second time, we ask you to let the basket pass, as it's just a gift to us that you're here. And so you don't have to pay to be here. So as the baskets are passed, we get a chance to listen to Humberto serenade us once again. So. We hope this morning you've experienced what you needed and hopefully even a little bit more. We hope you've learned and been moved, challenged, and comforted. Whatever you've received this morning, please carry it with you. Let it grow and change you, and please share it with others until we meet again. As we prepare to end our service and enter into our afternoon, hot though it may be, please join us in our chalice extinguishing words. Extinguimos esta llama, pero no la luz de la verdad, el calor de comunidad o el fuego de nuestro compromiso. Estos los llevaremos en el corazón. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts. You already got to the chalice. How about that? Tim, I believe you have some reminders before our closing words.
I do, but first, I want to again just welcome Sarah, our new music director, and thank you for your music. So I want to acknowledge that today's sermon could have come off for some people as somewhat arrogant. So I want to remind us that within our faith community, we have a variety of spiritual beliefs. I could have just as easily today offered a sermon about how God or the divine is an active presence and force in my life, transforming my life and informing how I find meaning in life. And to me, that's the glory of Unitarian Universalism. We lift up different perspectives, believing we learn and grow by hearing new ideas, even if they may be different from our own. May it always be so. Amen. So Cecily is our coordinator of community life. If you are new or newish to this church community, she is here to help you out. And rumor has it that today you are going to offer your world-famous tour of the campus. So if you would like a very quick orientation tour to the campus, just meet Cecily right here at the bottom of the steps, and you get that tour, and then you'll be able to sit down with Cecily for scintillating conversation. Today we also have coffee hour, and coffee hour will be inside because it's slightly warm outside, and that means we're going to need help bringing in the tables and moving chairs, especially these chairs. And coffee hour is going to look and feel a little different because yesterday our kitchen, after 18 years, got a new floor, and that floor is drying at the moment, the adhesive, so we're not able to walk in. So we have portable coffee that we're going to set up. Some of you brought thermoses and coffee mugs, and if you didn't, we have to use paper product today because we aren't able to access our cups or wash our cups. So please be understanding about the paper product use this one time today because of the not having access to the kitchen. Also in here will be a table set up, question and answer, with a member of our Board of Trustees. So if you are new, you want to sit there, somebody is going to engage you in conversation. You just have to smile and drink your coffee out of a cardboard cup. Also happening as we speak, our children's choir is rehearsing over in the classrooms, and that will go for about another probably 20 minutes. So if you brought a child with you today, you don't have to rush over and get them. Let them continue to practice. They're going to be singing the next couple weeks, and then they will be debuting on September 21st at our Blessing of the Animals service, the return of our children's choir. And I want to let you know, 2 weeks from today, Sunday, September 14th, it will be Invite a Friend, Invite Someone to Church Sunday. It said that 80% of anybody who ever visits a Unitarian Universalist church does so because someone invited them. So this is our chance on the 14th. Last but not least, we like to welcome folks who are here for the first, second, or third time. We do it because we are genuinely glad that on this sweltering Sunday morning you chose to be with us enjoying air conditioning and good company. So if it is your first, second, or third time, would you please rise for just a moment? We won't leave you standing alone for long. Welcome back. Welcome, welcome back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I invite the rest of the congregation to rise with them for our closing words and then our sung benediction. If you came with somebody, feel free to join hands. If not, you can place your hands over your beating heart. Our closing words come from the great Unitarian scientist Charles Darwin. Let's hear it for Charles Darwin. Woo! Charles Darwin reminds us, it is not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change. May it be so. Blessed be. Amen. Let's sing. Shalom and assalamu alaikum. Happy Labor Day weekend.